Okay, guys, I have a very shocking, important message from Jesus. He shared with me. Uh, what what he has shared with me. What I'm about to say is gonna be shocking to many people. This is truth, and this is not anything that you may have heard before. Uh, this is about our Earth, space, and the solar system. The truth about these things and how all this was created and when. I'm gonna start off with a movie called Star Trek Generation 1993. Let's watch a movie clip here.
As you may or may not be aware, I am an Elorian. Some people call us a race of listeners. We listen. Right now, Mr. LaForge, you have my complete attention. I want to listen to everything you know about trilithium.
Captain's log, stardate 48632.4. Dr. Crusher has informed me that Data's emotion chip has been fused into his neural net and cannot be removed. However, she believes he is fit for duty, so I've asked him to join me in stellar cartography.
According to our information, the ribbon is a conflux of temporal energy which travels through this galaxy every 39.1 years. It will pass through this sector in approximately 42 hours.
Yes, Guinan was right. She said that Sodom was trying to get back to the ribbon. Now, if that's true, there has to be some connection with the Amargosa star. Data, give me a list of anything that was affected by the star's destruction, no matter how insignificant. Data?
Sorry, sir. It will take the computer a few moments to compile the information. Finding it difficult to something I did not. According to our current information, the destruction of the Amargosa stars had the
Look at
following
all
effects in this
those
sector.
foreign
Gamma
stars.
emissions have increased by 0.05%.
Millions
Starship
and
Bozeman was forced
billions
to
of
make a course
light years
correction.
away.
Ambient magnetic fields.
Wait. The Bozeman. Why would it make a course correction?
The destruction of the Amargosa star has altered the gravitational forces throughout this sector. As a result, any ship passing through this region would have to make a minor course correction.
A minor course correction. Where's the ribbon now?
This is its current position.
Look at all that zooming
Can you
in
project its
into
course?
space.
Captain. What you're feeling feelings is learning to integrate them. Are you to perform your... Sometimes it takes courage to try to... And courage can be an emotion too. Now, can you project the course of the ribbon?
I believe so.
Enhance Grid 9A. Where was the Amargosa star? Now, you said that when the Amargosa star was destroyed, it affected the gravitational forces in this sector. Now, did the computer take that into account when it projected the course of the ribbon?
No, sir. I will make the appropriate adjustments.
That's what Sodom's doing. He's changing the course of the ribbon. But why? Why would he try to change its path? Why doesn't he just fly into it with a ship?
Our records show that every ship which has approached the ribbon has either been destroyed or severely damaged.
He can't get to the ribbon, so he's trying to make the ribbon come to him. Data, does it pass near to any M-class planets?
Yes, sir. There are 2 in the Viridian system.
Well, it gets close to Viridian 3, but not close enough. Data,
Those are planets from
What
other
happened to the
part
ribbon's
of the
course?
galaxy, far
The
away
sun
from our solar
destroyed the
system.
Viridian star itself. That's where he's going.
It should be noted, sir, that the collapse of the Viridian star would produce a shock wave similar to the one we observed at Amagosa.
Destroying all the planets in this system.
Viridian 3 is uninhabited. However, Viridian 4 supports a pre-industrial humanoid society.
Population.
230 million, sir.
Look out the bridge.
Warp here, sir.
Set a course for the Viridian system. Maximum warp.
Okay, guys, you saw the space, the planets, millions of light years away from Earth. There are supposedly uncountable, unimaginable number of planets out there. You know, there's the space is infinite. It never ends. It's the whole universe is so large. That's what we have been taught. People believe, you know, what they hear. Here's our solar system. As you can see, this is our sun, starting from the left, and then the closest one to the sun is Mercury, and then Venus, our planet Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. This is our solar system. And there's supposed to be another planet after that called Pluto, which is supposedly located after Neptune, farthest away from our solar system. Jesus pointed out to me that all these our solar system planets are correct, except for Pluto. Pluto does not exist. It does not exist. And it's not even a moon, and it doesn't exist. That's what Jesus told me. The last one in the solar system is Neptune. And so whoever claimed that there is a Pluto is a man-made. It's not truth. He made that clear to me. And Jesus told me pretty shocking stuff. Almost like shocking, and in a way it may be disturbing, or it might be discomforting for some people. The solar system is huge, by the way, and it takes very long time to get to places like Jupiter and Saturn and so on. And as you know that the NASA, you know, they have a spacecraft, rover, space vehicle that travels, automated, not man inside, but just a robotic, you know, automated system that travel in space to get by these planets. And Jesus told me that that no space aircraft, no space shuttle, no space vehicles have reached Neptune. They may see Neptune, but they know nothing actually reached Neptune. Jesus told me that. And this is the Milky Way in the outer galaxy. Supposedly that we have a galaxy. We assume that there isn't just our solar system here, but we're in a small fragment, tiny particle, tiny sand particle somewhere in space in the galaxy is our solar system. And all this rest, all these millions and billions and trillions of stars in the galaxy, in the far galaxy out there where the Milky Way is located, Jesus told me that they're not there. There are no other planets other than our solar system. There's no Milky Way. There's no physical Milky Way. There's no physical ring of, planets, made with groups of planets or stars or whatever in billions and trillions of light years away. Those are all false. It's an illusion. It's not truth. Jesus told me that there are none. There are no galaxy. There's no outer space outside of our solar system. This is all illusion that God created for us. Jesus told me that. This is an illusion He created for us to see. It is there to accompany us. That's what these are for. It's not physically there. This is the effect that we see from our earth view, from ground. All these stars, millions of stars that you can't even count. And Jesus told me, I asked Him, are these stars, before I found out, before what He told me about that there are no other planets, I thought that all these stars are planets. I asked Him, are all these planets out there? Thousands and millions light years away? He says, no, these are not planets. So I asked Him, okay, then are those rocks? Just big chunk of rocks flying in space, where sunlight is bouncing off those rocks to show light? So that's how we see stars? And Jesus says, no, those are not rocks either. They are not particles, they are not rocks, they are not planets, and they're not even outside of our solar system. He says, all those are illusions that He created for us to see at night. And you may notice that not always you will see stars at night, even when there's no cloud. This is an illusion that God created for us to see. He did that. He made that on purpose to accompany us, to comfort us. Instead of having just dark black sky with nothing on it. Put up some stars there. Light up the sky, sparkling with stars. They look pretty. That's what Jesus told me. That's what those are for. They're not actual planets, nor rocks. This is our solar system. Look how beautiful they are. Jesus made them really pretty, all of them. The sun is pretty. Our planet is pretty. Other planets are a little bit ugly though. Except for Saturn. Saturn looks nice. Jupiter looks creepy. All this God designed. Jesus designed them on purpose, and they serve a specific purpose. And they function, and they are vital. They are crucial element to to maintain the solar system. Jesus told me that all those planets are created for Earth, to keep Earth in check, to keep everything in check. The weather, the water, the nature, everything. That's what this solar system is for. And that's how we have our days. Sun sets and sun rises and sets at certain time. And the weather, we have a nice balanced 4 bright season weather. Everything. That's why Jesus created this solar system. And Jesus says there are no other planets outside of our solar system. And here's the disturbing part, or shocking part, or amazing part. Jesus revealed to me, he told me right up front that our solar system is confined in a box. As you can see, this box here, that is our solar system inside. There's a wall. There's wall on each side, both side and the top and bottom, where you cannot go any further. And it is black. You can see in this box, it's glowing in green or blue-green, but that's just the presentation here, for presentation purpose. But Jesus says that that box is black. And the space in between, the space is black. There's no light. And these act as like a wall to your area, so that you cannot go outside. So the planet, our solar planet, Neptune, is the last one, and that is closest to the wall, the box. That is pretty shocking. There are no other planets outside it. I asked Jesus. Okay, I got curious. Okay then, Jesus, I know that you told me that there are no spacecraft even reached Neptune. So I can understand that they can't even reach the end of our solar system, reach the end, the box, the wall that is enclosing our solar system. I asked Jesus, what if you let the spacecraft, the automated machine, the spacecraft, to travel past Neptune? I said, if you make it so that it can travel. By the way, I don't know why. He told me that there are some reasons he does not allow us to machine to reach Neptune for whatever reason. I guess it's no need to know basis. Like, you don't need to go that far. But I asked him, if you allow the spacecraft to get past Neptune and reach the end of our solar system, reach the box, what would happen? I asked him that question sincerely. If you reach to the end, where the box is, where the wall is, what will happen? Will it get hit? I asked him, will the spacecraft bounce off? He says no. He said no. He said it will just stop. There's no violence. It's not like the spacecraft is gonna blow up, like as if you're crashing into a concrete wall. It's not like that. Jesus told me that it will just stop. And it's black. Creepy black, dark. There's no light. And you will just stop. And you have no choice but to go back. Head back home. That's what would happen if he allows if he allows the space shuttle to get past Neptune. So that shows you how small our the space is. We don't even have a universe. All we have is just solar system, and that is really shocking. But that is the truth. That is what Jesus told me. Here's even more shocking news. What Jesus told me about how I asked Jesus, how old is our earth then? How old is the solar system? Guess what? Jesus told me that solar system and the earth are not billions of years old. Nowhere close to it. Not even hundreds of thousands of years. Not even 10,000 years. Jesus told me that the solar system was created 1400 years ago, including Earth. That is when Earth was born. He says that Earth was created at the same time the solar system was created by him. All those planets appeared by God. He made them appear, not through Big Bang or any myth, any science explanations that you may have heard elsewhere. Our solar system was created 1400 years ago. We're not even talking 5,000 years ago. That is really shocking. And Jesus told me that, and that is the marking of the Genesis chapter 1, when the earth was created, when the earth was born. And Jesus told me that human civilization, since Adam and Eve, started 1300 years ago, 1300 years ago from today. That is what he told me. And Jesus came down on earth 1100 years ago from today. Not 2000 years ago, 1100 years ago. That is the truth, guys. That is what he told me. And there are only 2 millenniums set by God. We are the first generation of the millennium. There are no more than 2 millenniums in our earth life, in this earth. Jesus told me that I thought that the life on earth will just go on and on after the first millennium. And when it enters the second millennium, the new millennium, it would just go on and on and on. Jesus told me that there will be only total of 2 millenniums, 2,000 years. We are in the generation in the first millennium. Jesus told me that. And that we are at the end of the first millennium, the tribulation period. After the tribulation, there is the second millennium. And in the second millennium, people will be set free from evil. Because after the tribulation, we will be set free from violence and evil. People will be living with God. God will be in their hearts. God's Spirit will be dwelling in our body. He will physically live inside of us so that you know him, you feel him, and you live with him on earth together. That's how he will guide you. That is how people will be living in the second tribulation, the second millennium. It will be peaceful. They will live happily and peacefully for 1,000 years. And Jesus told me that during the second millennium, when people reach the end of their life, they will be sent to heaven. Everyone that dies will go to heaven. There will be no one that will go to hell in the second people that live in second millennium, because we're free from evil. Jesus told me that. That means that everyone will be living for God, living with God and living for God, Jesus. That is why that you will not go the wrong way, that you will not fall to dark side. It will not happen. Everyone will go to heaven. And that is the truth. That is what he told me. It's really shocking, because there's what's really shocking, and it may be hard for some people to accept or absorb, that there's only 2 millenniums. And what he told me, that at the end of the second millennium, after the last remaining person stops a breath, meaning that when the last person dies, when he reaches the end of his life, the earth and the entire solar system will disappear. I thought that earth would just remain intact. I thought the solar system and the earth would just remain forever. I thought it's there to stay forever, and that people will continue to live. No, that is not truth. That is not the case. Jesus told me that he will make everything disappear. The solar system that is enclosed in a box. And that is shocking. Jesus says that he will make it disappear. It's not gonna disappear violently. Nothing is gonna explode. No planet's gonna crash, like catastrophic events taking place. Nothing like that. Jesus says that they will disappear. Everything. The mountain, water, land, everything, after all life has passed. That is what he told me. That shows you the level, how powerful, how endlessly powerful God is. That his power is limitless. That he can do all things. And nothing else can overcome him. And that God is full of love. And that shows how much God loves us. That everyone that dies in the second millennium will go to heaven. And that is a wonderful thing. I just wanted to share that this is a really important message, and the truth about our planet, Earth, and the solar system, and how young it is, how new it is, that they are not old, anywhere close to old as what people have heard or read in science book. The science that is, Jesus told me that science, about space and everything, is man-made. It's not truth. They're not billions of years old. Only 1400 years old. the solar system. And that the space that there is not as big as that we thought it would be. Nothing like shown in the movies, like in Star Trek or Star Wars or any other sci-fi movies. People have a lot of expectations. They think that they have a future, that we have a future, that we have so much potential to, as the technology grows, that they may be able to travel into deep space far away from our solar system. We're using spacecraft with warp speed or light speed. No, all that is not truth, and it will not happen. Jesus told me that. I asked him, well, since you are powerless, since you are limitless in power, I told him, you could have just created the whole galaxy. Might as well just create the whole galaxy and other solar systems far away, million, billion, trillion light years away, with Milky Way and all that stuff. Jesus says, yes, he can do it, he said. He says, I can do it, no problem, it's easy. But he said he didn't do it. He's not going to do it because he says that it is not his will for us. It is not his will for the people. He has specific plan for the people, for every individual. And that it is not his will for you to be traveling around in space, in deep space, to discover new things, expecting that you might run into alien, extraterrestrial life or something, or discover new planets. No, Jesus says you are meant to stay on earth, live your life on earth, and seeking God, getting right with God, and following God, and loving God, and get to learn about love. It's his teaching is what he wants you to focus on. That's what this is about, living here on earth. That is the message that he wanted to share. He wanted me to share to others. Alright, guys. That's about it. Alright, Jesus bless you.